Check, 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 check. 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 Check, check. Check. Yeah, you got me? You got me? Okay, cool. We're up. We're live. Check, 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 check. Good evening, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lewis Palmer Hockey. Our boys just came out of the locker room, and we're waiting for the Pueblo squad to join us, and we're going to be underway here in about 3 minutes, actually 5. But my name's Mike, and I'm going to be hosting you this evening. Thanks for joining us. Wherever you are, we appreciate you. Here comes the Pueblo squad. Saw them offloading from the bus in the parking lot there, and they came up as a team from Pueblo down under. They're about an hour south of us here in, I'm going to call it Monument. We're north of Colorado Springs in the lovely world of Monument. And yeah, I'm going to tell you a little bit about where we are through the course of the game. Look at that. They're wearing some festive green hats this evening. Isn't that nice? Looks like we're broadcasting live and we're going well here. I don't know how many people we've got on tuned in, but whoever it is, thanks for joining us. We're going to watch the sights and sounds of the warm-up here for a second. I'm going to get a swig of ice cold water. I'm healed. Okay. Our last game was last night down in Colorado Springs at the colorful rink called Sertage. And I say colorful because when the game's over, you want to leave quickly. You want to run to your car. Run, get in, and drive as fast as you can out of the zone. I wouldn't want to live in that part of town. But hey, somebody does. Well, we got out alive so we can get to a game tonight here at the Air Force Academy. Far safer. You have to actually come through a guard gate to get on property. But we made it, and last night's game was won by a score of 2-1. Moore put one in, and so did Bradley, and that put us over the top. It was a touch-and-go game. Our boys were down 1 going into the second period, and they came back and they put 2 in the goal in the third, in the second. No score in the third, but that's the way it ended. 2-1. Looks like we got a full squad. Number 44 is in the net tonight. That's Jameson, Caleb Jameson. Vaughn was in the goal last night, and he was on fire. Nothing was going to get through that kid except that one errant thing, and that wasn't his fault. That was just a weird pass, chip in. I don't know. I don't even want to call it a goal, but I think Jameson's going to be in the goal tonight against this Pueblo squad. We haven't seen him in a while, but Jameson over there in the chrome hat over by the bench, he came with his A game last night. It was awesome to watch. We got a pretty good crowd on hand here. I'm on the side with the Pueblo family. Most of the LP folks are on the opposing side under the Cadet Ice Arena, home of the Falcons sign. Pretty good crowd here, I would say, for a high school game. All we need is a pep band. I don't even know if we have a pep band. We need one. Need to up the flavor a little bit. I'm usually told on screen here how many people are tuning in, but I don't see any digits on the screen here tonight, so I don't know. I'm just going to have to take a guess. I'm going to call it 100. Last night it was 13 at the top end, but I'm going to call it 100. That makes me feel good. I want 100. I think we've got a full squad tonight. I don't see any scratches. It's always interesting who we see on the swing squad come up. I do see number 6. That's Heskett out there. He's rolling around. Let's see if I spot any others. Number 19, Newell. Number 19, Newell. He's a swing player. Number 15, Lent. He's going over the blue line. I see 6 Oh, number 19, yeah, I called him out, Newell. All the others are on the varsity squad. And if you're unfamiliar with how this works, we've got a swing set of guys that they swing up from the JV when they're called up to the bigs. And it's usually about 3 or 4 guys that get called up from the JV squad per game. And it gives them, you know, some flavor. It gives them some practice at this level. They're going to be coming up here next year anyway, so it gets them going. And the coach cycles them through typically, and that's who we got out there tonight. We got 10 seconds on the clock in the warm-up. You're going to hear the buzzer here in a second, and we're going to collect the pucks. We're going to have a rousing national anthem. I wonder who's going to sing it tonight. I hope it's live, not recorded. I always like the live versions in the national anthem. That gets us going. But we are going to be underway in just moments. I'm going to steady this thing here. We got to do an attitude adjustment. Looks like we're on a little bit of a tilt here. I think that's better. All right. I'm fully mic'd up. I'm going to get one of these kids mic'd up. You know, they haven't given me the approval to put a mic on a kid. They're worried about you know, Bible verses getting sung out there, so they don't want that broadcast all over the universe. So as soon as I get that approved, I'll put a mic on them, at least one of them anyway. We're going to get a starting lineup here from both sides. Let's see who we got out there. We got Bailey. Yeah, we're going to have Caleb on goal. He's going to get the start tonight. We got Bantow. We got Gallagher getting the start time. I can't see behind Caleb who that is. It's somebody. Okay, now I got a full view. It's Moore. Moore's going to get the start. Moore, Bailey, Time, Bantow, Gallagher, and then we got Caleb in the goal. I'm going to get his last name right here. That's Caleb Jamison. Jamison. All these guys are sporting some pretty flavorful flow. That's what we like to see in the hockey world. Even on the Pueblo side, pretty good flow, but one guy's rolling on a buzz cut. So got some good hairdos out there. Here we go. We're getting them called out. They're getting the names right, wrong. It's Mr. Smith. All right. Here we go. Bantow.
Starting at forward, junior, number 13, Silas Bailey. Starting at defense, the senior, number 32, Nick Time.
Wow, the Time has a fan base here with him. That's awesome. There we go, Caleb Jamison. He skates too. He gets out on the ice. He's an all-pro all the way around. Okay, we're going to have the national anthem here. There is a giant flag. You can't see it, it's off screen, but there's a giant flag hanging from the rafters that everybody is going to stand up, and we're going to have the national anthem. All right. We got the recorded version tonight, so we'll take it. Okay, we're about to kick off. Actually, in this game, it's called a face-off, but we're going to launch here in moments. Our boys are gathering around the net over here. That's our starting squad. They're getting their act together on the Pueblo side. We do have a few more boys on our bench than the Pueblo squad does. I could see that visually. So I think we're going to have some fresher legs tonight rolling up and down the court. Our coaches like to really cycle things, and they do a great job of it. So we always have some fresh legs out there. Okay, again, my name's Mike. Wherever you are, thank you for joining us for tonight's version of LP Ranger Hockey. Our boys are coming into this game 2-2-1. The Pueblo squad comes in 1-4. They won one against Mullen up in Denver a few nights ago. So that's the lay of the land, and we are going to be underway now. Okay, the puck drops. It's going to go LP's way. Bailey comes out of the scrum with that. He's snaking around the side, gets a shot off. It's bouncing around. Nice little juicy rebound. Goes back to the line. Moore's going to tee that up. Goes right into the face of the keeper. Ouch. Our boys are trying to cram it home, not able to get it through the pads of the keeper. He's going to drop it behind. It works up the wall. Back to Moore. He likes to tee it up from there. The keeper from Pueblo, I think he's going to get a workout tonight. Our boys, they came out on top on this team a few weeks ago. Right before, it was right around the break. Okay, Time's going to push that back in front of the keeper. He's going to chip it over to the side. Bailey's going to circle around, and he's going to toss it back to Moore. He's going to fire it up, I'm sure. And he does, and the keeper catches that. The keeper over there, he's sporting a pretty festive helmet. It looks like a Colorado State helmet, if I'm picking that up correctly. Yeah, that's what it is. I can see the dot on the back. Yeah, blue Colorado sky is on the front. That's a cool hat. All right, the other one's a green. Saber's going to pick that up. We had a full line change. Goes back to Bradley. He throws it into traffic. There's a lot of bodies right in front of the goal. Oh, Saber goes, no, that's Britton. He goes and crams Pueblo player up against the boards. Bradley's going to work that around the corner. Got to love the oval shape of these ice rinks. So you can use it to your advantage and push it around the corner. 2 guys to 1, trying to push it out front. Here comes Saber, who punches that guy into the boards. Getting a little bit of physicality. Saber's breaking out. Can't get it to him. He was ready for it. Saber, now he has it and chips it in. But if they would have connected on that pass, Saber would have had a breakaway. Saber's giving chase. He's going to go over to the corner there, and she's going to shove that player around. Giving good chase over there. Nice heat. Back and forth he goes. Yeah, that's what kind of pressure we want. Chip across goes to Black. He's going to work it back. He tries to, and then he works it up to Helen. There's Lent trying to break it out. Couldn't do it. Trip, no call. Moore's going to try to push that back in, but then Lent does it for him. Works around through the, there's a C-130 over there on the boards. That's nice. Around the Pepsi sign and circling around to Lent. Okay, back out they go. Pueblo's getting a little bit of a breakout here. Nice stick lift, it broke that up. Outlet pass to Lent, cross ice pass to Helen. He's going to shovel that ahead, and he's going to go for a line change. The arm is up. No, they wave it off. They should have called that for icing, but no go. We'll take it. Oh my goodness. Lent slammed that kid against the boards. My God, our guys came with some physicality here. Black's going to tee that up through traffic. It hits Gallagher in the legs. Time's going to shove it back into the corner. And it goes behind the goal. Pueblo's going to go out. Whoa, that shovels back home. Lent puts one on the board. Good job. Yeah, he picked up a juicy rebound and shoveled that past the pad. And let's see, I think it was Lent. Nope, it was Bantow. He circled around and he shoveled it in. The puck was just kind of bouncing around right in the front there. And he grabbed it and said, I'll shove that home. I'll put a point on the board. So, okay, 14 minutes left on the clock, and our boys are up 1-0. 1-0 is the score. Bantow puts it in, and he goes for the face-off. Bailey, he's going to go 3-on-1. Not successful. Those typically aren't. And he's going to go over there and try to pick up a goal himself. Bailey scored in this game. Last time we played Pueblo, I think he put 2 on the board. But Black wants one, loses the handle, so he throws it down into the corner. It's working back around. There goes Black, he fires one off. Gallagher's there to pick it up. He's looking for an outlet pass, can't find one. Pueblo, their record is indicative of them. They lost a lot of seniors last year. So this is kind of, what do they call it, a rebuilding year for the Pueblo squad? That happens, every sport. They're doing it this year. Okay, back to calling the game. I have no idea how many people are on the broadcast tonight. I can't see it yet. I don't know why it's not showing up. Anyway, Bantal's going to work that over, and it's just himself and Sass is out there. Here comes the top line. Saber's giving chase. It's going to go right through his legs, but he got a hit on that one player. Here comes a very tall number. What's his number? 64. My God, that kid's huge. Okay, Britton's going to shove him in the back. Nice centering pass. Look out. Jamison covered that up. That was dangerous. That's a nice little centering pass. Saber's got this one. He's giving chase. It goes past him, but he's going to outskate that player. Pick it up, and he loses the handle. It goes way up top. Britton's there, trying to shove it back to the point, but goes right to the Pueblo player. Here he comes. He's going to try to get it through three guys. No chance, especially with Bradley back there. He's going to pick it up. Bradley put one on the board last night. It was a pretty sweet goal. He loaded up the cannon and he fired one from the blue line. It was awesome. They wave off the icing. Saber's kind of going down there and trying to, oh, he touches up on that player. He's playing the puck, and I think the other player was expecting that to some degree. Big scrum over there on the other side. Saber goes for a change. Out comes, looks like Tracy. Here comes Rowe coming out. It's going to get shoveled up to him. They can't connect. I think the coach has told these guys to get out and get physical, and they're doing it. Shovel through traffic goes Pueblo's way, and he's going to circle around the net. That's the sixth skater out there. They use it to their advantage at all levels. That one goes by time. Nice little shot there. The rebound, very scary. And that was a pretty sweet shot. Wraparound didn't work. Still working around. They're going to hit the corner. Tracy's going to give chase. Wave off the icing, and he slams that kid against the boards too. Our boys are coming with some flavor tonight. I like it. Okay, centering pass through traffic, and I see what Pueblo's doing. They're stacking the crease with everybody they got. So shots from the blue line are going to be difficult. They need a breakout. Bantal shovels that over to a keeper. He picked that up all day long. Back to Bailey. Jukes through a couple of players. Nice little move there. Chipping it around, but the keeper was able to pick that up and shut it down. Okay, well, I'm looking around the venue here, and we are at the Air Force Academy. You should have seen this place before we got going. The ice was like, it looked like plastic. It was just, it was perfect. You don't get that anywhere, but you do here. They got this really sweet, you'll see it, the Zamboni looks like a Toyota. And they roll it through here frequently, and it looked like a piece of white plastic. It's getting chopped up now, but this is one of the more primo sites in the state. The primo sites, who we got? We got the Budweiser. I think it's the Budweiser venue. That's for our farm team for the Abs. We got the Abs. They've got a pretty sweet ice pad. Their practice facility isn't bad, but it's not as good as this. Premier facilities, I would venture to say we've got like 3, maybe 4. And this is one of them, and we've got advantage of it. It's pretty sweet that we live, what, a mile away from here, and our boys get to play here for practice and games, and we'll take it. All right, back to the game. Bradley jukes around one player, pass right to Britton, goes right off his stick. That was a great idea. That's going to work back to Black, and he's going to shovel it into the center. Always a good idea. Britton picks that up. Centering pass, chips around in traffic. Pueblo's going to get that out of the zone. Oh, yep. Sass works that back in. I don't see Saber out there. He's usually with this Britton crew. Moore comes off. Britton's trying to work that through the player. Man, a couple of guys go in there, and a hand goes up. That is a penalty all day. Yeah. He says, "Get out of my face." But yeah, that was a boarding or something. Well, let's see what they call here. But the door is open for the public. 64. That's a guy that I wouldn't want to get hit by either. He's a big dude. The Zebras are talking about it. He might get a major here. 2 minutes is on the board, but they're talking about an adjustment because I'm still laughing. He went and crammed Britton against the boards pretty good. Yeah, they're talking about it. Let's see if there's an attitude adjustment on the board there in a second. Yep, they're going to erase it, put 4 up there, maybe 5. Let's see what they put up there. 5-minute penalty. He's going to be in there for a while. He's getting a talking to by the guy in the box. He might get excommunicated here. The door's still open. I don't know what's happening just yet. Door's still open. Okay, they're going to shut it. 5-minute penalty. That's brutal. Okay, I got to give a shout out to one of our sponsors. I want to call out Antlers Hotel. Antlers, a Wyndham Hotel. It's right in the heart of Colorado Springs since 1883. A lot of people come through that place now. They got a stunning mountain view and elegantly restored rooms. That's who this power play is brought to you by. 5 minutes. Antlers Hotel, Wyndham. Okay, let's see what we have up there. We got Robes bouncing that to the center. Our boys are going to get a lot of time on this penalty, this power play. They're number 64. I got the roster right here. Number 64 is Austin Tafoya. Yeah, he's in the box for a while. Puck is bouncing around, and that went right by the crossbar. That shovels back to Bailey. He's going to shovel it center. Goes right by the keeper. Whoa, high pass. The glass is going to get in on that one. I think if the goal was about 3 or 4 feet higher, we'd have like 100 points on the board this season. Our boys just like to loft that thing really high and deep. I'm looking for Saber on the bench. He hasn't been out there in a while. And not again. He's getting passed over here. We got a new squad out there. Britton, who took the hit that caused the penalty. Nice little stick lift there by Black. Works it around the keeper. Back the other way he comes on a solo effort through the blue line. He's going to work through the neutral zone. Up, gains the zone. Still a solo effort. Now he's looking for an outlet pass. Let's see. He points it back to Bradley. Back to Black. He's going to tee it up. Goes over the keeper. Sass is looking for a point. Goes back to Bradley. He's going to work it back over to Black. He's going to probably tee it up. Cross ice pass. Nice idea. Sass couldn't put a paddle on it fast enough. It went by the right side, but that was a great idea. Britton loses the handle. Here comes Bradley. He's going to shovel it around. Let's see who comes off the bench for it. Yeah, Britton's throwing some frustration there. He wants to score. Another ice idea there. Gallagher's out. He's going to throw it to Black. He's going to shovel it over to Sass. Outlet pass goes right into the handle of the keeper, and it bounces over to the left-hand side. That's the errant corn over there that caused the penalty. But by the way, there's 2 minutes and 45 seconds still left on the clock for that one. We're 7 minutes on the clock for the first. Nice little shot there, low and fast. And that just went wide. Another hit over there on the corner. They're going to get another penalty if they keep that up. Right to the Pueblo player, and he's going to shovel it out. That'll kill some time. Our boys are going to go for a line change. Not sure where Saber is. He hasn't been out there in a while. Bradley, he's going to work it up. And he's going to work it over the blue line himself. Pueblo player wasn't able to land a hit. The second one did. Upended Bradley, no call. Our boys are trying to get possession of that puck. They get it. Bradley's over there in the corner. Works it back to Gallagher. Let's see what he does. He's going to point it back to Moore. Nice shot. Oh, rebound. Really juicy. Couldn't shovel it home. That's where we're going to want to park our boys, right in front of the keeper. That is going to be a greasy little space there. Bantel shovels that in, couldn't chip it through. The keeper for the Pueblo squad, he's just down junior fleck mode the whole time. You're going to have to loft it up. Nice shot, just wide. It's a firing squad. It's like beating a piñata right now. Nice little pass there. Out front, the keeper lays on it with his chest. Good idea. Good teamwork there. Here comes Britton. Saber's out there. He's looking for a score. We got here we go. We got Sass, Black, Saber, Britton, and who else are we going to put out there? We need one more. There we go, Bradley. Get out of your hammock and get out of there, man. Okay. Players are oozing into position here. Somebody looks like they're hurt. They're coming out on the ice. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, they're going to the locker room. There's no escape valve over there on their bench, so boy, that looking pretty ginger there. I'm going to try to get the number. That looks like they're number 4. Ooh, going slow there. Their number 4 is John Harsel. Hope John's okay. He is. He's doubled over. He's not feeling very good. Pueblo fans are looking at him. He is walking real slow. He's off camera right now, and he's not feeling very good. Somebody's going to have to tend to him. All right. Bradley's going to keep that from going into the back flow, and he's going to work it up himself. They're just letting them come in pretty easy tonight. That's going to go back to Bradley. He's going to shovel it down to Pueblo. He's just going to scoop it down, and they're going to go up. Nice little play there. Bradley's going to try for the second time. Okay, he's going to go on the forecheck, a dump and chase move. Saber's trying to try to get it, couldn't cut it off, so that's going to go full length. We've got less than a minute on this power play. I would say that this has been largely ineffective. We've had maybe 5 shots. Some good connections, but could ask for more. Saber missed that. It goes out again. 30 seconds left on the penalty, 5 in the period. Still, score is 1-0. Nice little move there by Bradley. He's doing a good job getting through traffic. Wants it back. He's going to shovel that in. Nice little shot. Saber tries to work it back. Couldn't get it through that player. Good play by Bradley again. He's going to tee up another one. Easy sight from the keeper. Saber tried to knock it out of his glove and just got there a second too late. And they're chin-wagging out there a little bit. Passing some Bible verses, I'm sure. Okay, 6 seconds left on the clock in the penalty kill. The power play. By the way, the Avs play again tonight at home against the national squad. They're going to be up there at 7:30. So hopefully I can get home in time to watch a little bit of that. The Avs, by the way, are on fire. They are just an unstoppable force right now. Really fun to watch. If you're looking for something to watch, tune into that on another channel. You got to stay here. I mean, I'm not going to kick you out of this thing, but tee that up. That's going to be on in about 34 minutes. So you don't want to miss that. Lent's going to try to work that in the center, and he loses the handle, just leaked right off the end of his stick. I'm laughing because Rowe went over and he slapped their number 9 around. Their number 9 is Brogan Anderson. Got a love tap from Rowe. I love this sport. I would have been a menace out there. I didn't get to play this sport. A couple of guys team up on their number 35. He got some flavor. Okay, back to the center it goes. The power play is over. Their box is clear. I think he went back to the bench. Hope that John Hartzell guy's okay in the locker room. He was he's gonna have a tough evening, it looks like. All right, the hand is up, and we're gonna get a penalty here. There's the whistle, and let's see who gets to go to the fun box here. I don't know yet. Doors open. Trace 3 Government. Never heard of that contractor. Yeah, it looks like Roe. Yeah, go Roe, and he's pissed. But hey, they told me I can't have any fun, but I'm going to have some fun tonight. I'm going to call out a sponsor that you've never heard of. It's Rusty's Pre-Damaged Cars. Why wait for your first accident when you can buy a car that's already been in 3? Rusty's. We hit them so you don't have to. That's brought to you by Rusty's. This penalty is brought to you by that lovely fictitious outfit. Okay, I want to call out while we're talking about sponsors. We love our real sponsors. We love them, and they. Oh, here we go. Britton's going to try to pick up a juicy rebound. Not able to do so. Saber's out there. He picks it up. I'll tell you about the P-lock in a second. Okay, they're going to send it down. It gets chopped out of the sky, but a good idea. Common Spirit gets into the play. Gets shoveled around to Britton. Can't connect to Black. Bradley's going to give chase to their number 22 over in the corner. He's going to slam them over in the boards lightly, though. Saber's got it. Tries to send it. Not able to do so. Works it back to Bradley. That's going to get it out of the zone. Get out of the way, Zebra. Finally get it out of the zone. Our boys have been really suffering this season trying to get it out of the defensive zone, and that showed its ugly head right there again. Sass is going to give some harassment to their number 64, which is Austin Tafoya. Chipping it around on the offensive end. Tafoya loses the handle. That was barely offsides. Okay, this is going to give me an opportunity to call out the P-lock, the Palmer Lake Outdoor Classic. It's coming up January 10th. January 10th at the Palmer Lake. It's right outside of Monument. If you want to freeze something off, you got to put this on your calendar. It is the coldest day of the year, always. I don't know what it is, but whenever we have this event, it's on the outdoor lake. It's in a bowl, and it's like you got to layer up like 16 times. But anyway, you get out there and you get to see these boys in an exhibition game, and it's really fun. There's a lot of food trucks out there, and the Monument Star is on, even though it's in Palmer Lake, they call it the Monument Star. So the Monument Star is up on the mountain. They got fireworks, they got music, they've got all kinds of snacks and fun stuff. It's good family entertainment. So you get out there, dress warmly, and enjoy some hockey. Come and join us. And we do thank our real sponsors for making that happen, because that's an expensive affair. And Lent's going to try to work this through traffic, and he loses the handle. Our boys killed that penalty easily. All right, 1 minute left on the clock in the first period. And back to more it goes. One of the Pueblo players blew a tire on that blue line, just reached up and grabbed him. All right, Gallagher's going to get this one. He's going to shovel it to the keeper. The 5-hole is closed, so no score. But he gets it back, and he's going to try again. Whoa, he jammed on that one. Watch out. Here comes Pueblo. They're going to try to get a shot off. 1 against 4. Shot goes just wide, but good idea. It goes all the way back to center. Nice little move there by their number 17. That was pretty sweet. It looked like Samuel Girard there. Samuel Girard, if you don't know who that is, he's a skater on. Oh, trip! The hand goes up, and he's pissed off, and he throws a little love tap into the shins there. Trying to get a centering pass. I'll tell you about Girard here in a second. We've got a 6 skater out there now. Chipping around. They can't touch up just yet. 6 seconds on the clock. Now they touch up. There's the whistle. Our kid's going to go into the box for 4 seconds. But what I was saying is Samuel Girard is a fantastic. I mean, it's really fun to watch this guy skate. He's the defenseman on the ass. And he's known for his spin moves. You could just lay down somebody that break their ankles. It's really fun to watch. Okay, I'm going to give you one of our real sponsors. This power play is brought to you by, let's see here, we got First National Bank of Colorado. Locally owned and operated since 1901. They've handed out a lot of money over the years. They serve Monument and Southeast Colorado communities, hometown banking values, agricultural expertise, and personalized financial solutions. That is First National Bank, and they're going to be your sponsor on this this power play. Okay, our boys are going to go into the locker room up 1-0. They're going to come out on the power play here in a little bit, and I might run down there and see if I can't interview one of these guys. We shall see. But our boys are going in. Saber's there to give some love taps to the guys going into the locker room. You're getting a view of the Pueblo players that are escaping, and the AI device that's spinning around on this tripod is going to give you a view of center ice, the A and the F, which stands for Air Force, of course. Okay, I'm going to take a break here for a second. I'm going to put the mic up, and I'll come back at you here in a little bit. But you will see this really sweet Zamboni. It's coming out on the ice, and they made it look like a Toyota Tundra. It's a pretty sweet ride. But anyway, enjoy that. I'll be back here in just a little bit. All right. All right, we're back at you from the Air Force Academy. I went down and I checked on the locker room for the Pueblo squad, and I got an injury update. It looks like the kid's got he might have a broken collarbone. That's why he was hunched over. I could see the flashing lights out front. There's an ambulance that showed up, and they went down there with a stretcher. He might get carted out of here because he's not feeling very good down there. But yeah, that is the injury report for you. And well, it's unfortunate, but that's the game of hockey. There are going to be injuries. Okay, Connor Bantow, he is the one that put the point on the board in the first period. And our boys are going to be coming out of the locker room here in a second. I'm going to walk around here and see if I can't get somebody to talk to. Boys are going to come out of the power play here in a second. First National Bank is your sponsor on that. And I'm down rinkside right now, walking around and edging over here to our locker room. I am off camera, so we don't have a roaming camera yet. We need one. Let's see what we can do here. This is a pretty sweet facility, personified by the Toyota Zamboni. You don't see that too often. No doubt a grade A sponsor of the Air Force Academy. And a lot of sponsors. You can see them on the dasher boards. Whole lot of Department of Defense contractors are up on the board there, looking around. There's some restaurants, but this is a DoD place with NORAD. We got Peterson Air Force Base, and then we got Schriever Space Force Base way out east. So there's a lot of activity here with the Department of Defense. This is a military town for sure. And of course, you got the Air Force Academy. I'm going to tell you about the Air Force Academy here in a little bit. I got some stat sheets that are coming up. But let's see if we can't get Connor out here, our goal scorer. Send Connor over. Where's Connor? Where's Bantow? They're trying to get him out of the locker room here. I'm going to try to do this a little bit more. I want to introduce you to some of the players, and we've got a focus game as well. A little bit as well. Yeah, hey Connor, I want to talk to you, man.
Hi.
Hey, you're mic'd up, so no cussing or swearing.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
So I'm standing here with Connor Bantow. He's our goal scorer, right? How do you feel out there, man?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah.
You playing pretty good? What's the feel in the locker room there?
It's pretty good. We're staying positive.
Yeah.
Definitely a
What
good
are you
thing.
talking about for the second period?
Just our goals, what we're gonna do, better forecheck, things like that.
You get scoreathon this period?
Yeah, we're gonna try to score more.
Okay.
Definitely.
You gonna get another one?
Gonna try to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I want, man. I want a hat trick, man. I want to see all
Yes, sir.
these hats coming over. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So do the people at home. But
Yes, sir.
good job on that score, man.
Thanks, sir.
All right, keep it up.
Thanks, sir.
All right, go get them.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, that was Connor Bantow coming at you, coming out of the locker room. He says he's going to get 3 or 4 more. Let's watch him do it. He's our only goal scorer so far. But quick little interview for you. Okay, I'm going to come up here to the press box here, and we'll talk to you about this facility a little bit, maybe. Boys are going to come out of the ice. They usually kick these things off pretty quick, so I got to get up here and tell you about this place a little bit. First, I want to introduce you to a player that we're going to focus on for this game. It's Luke Bradley. He's a senior. He's one of our captains this year. We had the guys fill out a profile sheet before we got the season started, and we're going to try to tell you about our players this year. We didn't do this last year, but we are going to try to do it this year. A little out of breath coming up the stairs here. I tell you, man, this altitude, it still gets to me. But his role on the team, he is captain, and his best quality is brotherhood, and that makes sense because he's got some brothers in his family. Got some brothers on the ice too. His team goals, he wants to make the playoffs. Our squad made the playoffs last year. It's a really hard thing to do because this is a hockey center of the universe here in Colorado, so it's really hard to do. Our boys made it there last year, and hopefully they make it here this year. That's one of Luke's goals. He says his favorite arena is the Air Force. I don't blame him on that one. Favorite NHL team? It's got to be the Avalanche, and it is. And he loves Cale Makar. If you don't know anything about Cale Makar, he is a phenomenal. He is like a force. And he is on the Avalanche squad. He's really fun to watch, and he just, oh my gosh, that guy is outlandish. Best hockey game is Avalanche versus the Stars, the playoffs last year. He called that out. And that was an interesting thing because Rantanen moved from the Avalanche over to the Stars. And so there's that. But back to Luke. He plays golf. His favorite subject is math. After high school, he's hoping to play juniors, and he wants to attend here at the Air Force Academy. He likes to work out. He loves to hang out with his family. Favorite movies, Miracle on Ice and Top Gun. And he wants people to know that he is respectful, kind, and also takes life serious and tries to live it out the way that God wants him to. So that's our focus player for today's game, Luke Bradley, team captain. Okay, so we're going to keep our eyes on him. He's number 18. Our boys are centered around there, and they're getting their stuff together. That was cool interviewing Connor Bantal as he came out of the locker room. We're going to try to do that a little bit more. Okay, I said I was going to tell you about the Air Force. Okay, this place was founded in 1954. It was President Eisenhower that had the vision for this place, and he signed it into the law. And it was actually, there were a lot of locations that were considered across 45 states, but it was Charles Lindbergh, of all people, that found this place during a flyover. And then there was nothing here. It was just wide open territory. And he flew over the foothills of Colorado Springs, and he said, yep, that's the one. He called up his buddy Eisenhower, and they decided together that this was going to be the place. The first year was spent actually up in Denver at Lowry Air Force Base, which is no more. That is condos and apartments. It just got overrun. But this is one of the premier facilities in all of the country for college, level stuff. And it enrolls about 4,000 people. More than that show up to enroll, but they call out a good 20% every year. There's just people that can't get through this program. It is extremely elevated. And we know that firsthand because we're a sponsor family for cadets that go here. If you're in the area and you don't know what the sponsor program is, I would encourage you to reach over to the Air Force Academy and learn about it. It is a tremendous thing. You get to meet people and you get to support them, and you get to learn about what they're doing and the cadence that they're involved in at the academy, which is extreme. It's something else. We've had a number of cadets come through our house, and each one has their own interesting story. We've met people from all over the country, everywhere. And we drive them to the airport, we move them around. We're here to sponsor them and help get them through the program, which is really tough. But not everybody makes it through here. I want to tell you about the chapel. That's one of probably the most iconic things. And it's probably, I would say, 300 yards to my right, to the south. And for the entire time that we've been here, we moved down here from Denver in 2019. And for all of our time here, it has been covered by a giant white box. And actually, the president actually called it out. He wants to elevate the pace of this, and it's been boxed up because it's being refurbished on a 50-year plan. It's aggravating, but it's encased in a white box because of the asbestos that is problematic. They got to remediate that and get it out of there. Laser beam shot from Bradley. He teased one up, and the keeper was able to pick that up and shut it down. But back to the chapel. I'm hoping that I get to see it in my lifetime because that's something to look at. But anyway, there's a big tourism thing here. It's a gateway to the mountains. Denver's a bigger gateway, but people are getting sick of Denver. It's a zoo there. So that's one of the reasons why we moved, and a lot of people are doing the same thing. They're coming down to Colorado Springs, and it's pretty sweet. Nice little shot there. Britton's trying to slap it home. He's looking for an outlet pass. He points it to Bradley, tees it up, goes just wide, low shot. That's what we want to see. Saber's going to shovel that back to Black, who gets it over to Britton. He's going to work it through traffic. Rebound, nobody there to pick it up, and the Pueblo player scoops that out. I can still see the lights from the ambulance out front in the fire department. They're tending to that player that got hurt, and it's unfortunate. The injury report looks like he's going to have a broken collarbone, which is a season-ending affair. I haven't seen him emerge from the locker room, so they're probably still tending to him down here. Hopefully he's getting some relief. But that's the story. I'll tell you a little bit more about the venue here in just a minute. I'll tell you now. We've been here we come to the base at least once a week, and it's a beautiful place. If you've never been here, you got to put it on your list when you come for a visit, your family, whatever. It's a beautiful place, and they've got phenomenal facilities, as you might expect. And if you get into this place, I think it's a gift. But it's a beautiful place, and there's a lot of room to grow, actually. They've got a sprawling complex here. Our boys aren't able to keep it in the zone, so they got to evacuate. We got 8 seconds left on the penalty power play. I'll get it right. And here comes their player out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. He comes out just in time to harass Bailey, who's going by right at that very second. A couple of players come together. Bailey's going gingerly to the box. There's our goal scorer, Bantal. He's giving chase, and he tried to point it, nobody home. And Pueblo's just going to shovel that in on a dump and chase move. Bradley's able to pick that up easy. He works it back to Moore. Nice play to get out of the zone. And the hand is up. That's going to go full length for the icing. Nobody was able to touch it. Yeah, one of the coolest things that they had here when we've been here, they had the NHL Stadium Series came here, and it was the Avalanche versus the Kings. That happened in 2020. And this place was a zoo that night. We came here. It was one of the coldest nights ever. And they packed the stadium, and they rolled in an F-16 onto the field. They had it at the football field. They made an ice rink right there in the center of the football field, and you could put another person in there. It was ridiculous. It took us. We live about 1.5 miles away from here. It took us almost 3 hours to get home. It was a zoo, and the reason for that is one guy. He had a little bit too much to drink, and he decided he wanted to see if he could fly, and he decided to test his wings off of a bridge, the north side of the academy, and but he didn't make it. So that was a bummer for him. But that shut everything down. But this place is a zoo. It's really fun. They had a flyover, fireworks. They had the F-16. They had some crazy redneck singer out there on the field to sing at halftime or either the breaks. It was something else. The Avs lost that night, but that happens. Sass is going to push this up in the blue line. He loses it, and he wasn't able to get a shot off, but it went through traffic. Britton gets dumped, and looks like it was a tap, so they didn't call that for icing. Our boys are having a hard time putting the puck into the net. That is way offsides. Good call by the ref. Dude's pushing some pounds. I hope he can pick that puck up. Anyway, our boys are gathering themselves over there. Saber's going to go over the wall. And we got Gallagher. We got Time. We got Bailey, Moore. No, that's Bantal. He's giving chase. Moore picks it up. He tries to shovel it ahead. Now he does. It was way deep in the corner. Still, the score is 1-0. I'd say that this has been a lopsided affair, but our boys have been able to push it past the keeper again. Hope that could change in this second period. Bantal wants one. He said so in the interview. Still got it. Shovels it ahead. Loses the handle. Goes over to their number 22. Soccer kick. He's going to tee it up. Here goes a shot. Oh, just wide. Good shot, though. Good idea. Goes back to Moore. Bailey, now they're crowding the space. He goes short side. There's no chance getting through there. And that's going to leak down, and Time's going to have to give chase. He gets it, works it around the curvature of the boards. Tries to shovel it ahead to Gallagher. That would have been a breakaway. There's the handle. It goes up, and somebody's going to go to the box, and looks like Time. Time's going to get some time in the box. Go in there and think about what you did, son. Okay. Want to call out one of our sponsors. Let's see. Let's get a new one here. And these are the special outfits that really make things happen for our program here. I'm going to call out Lemire Team Home Loans with American Funding. That's your Colorado Springs mortgage experts providing responsive service, comprehensive loan solutions from origination through funding. That's who we want to call out for this penalty kill. Now, our sponsors are real important to us to put on the P-lock and do things in general. Now we're going to get a breakout here. Saber's going to hold the line. He's waiting for Britton's pass. Britton's going to tee it up, goes way up over the glass. Saber was wide open, breaking down the left-hand side and wasn't able to connect on the short-handed goal. That would have been sweet. Saber's circling around. He's going to go up and he's going to try to harass that player. Pueblo gains the zone. He's going to shoot it from the blue line, and Caleb was able to see that all day long. No chance at all that going in. Caleb's not had a whole lot of activity tonight. Pueblo's not pushing it down very hard on the offensive end. Britton and Saber go over the wall. Britton knows that he missed that pass. He shoveled it way high, like 2 feet. That's going to go way down. Here comes Bailey. He's going to try to pick that up. Pueblo beats him to it. Works it up over the blue line, the center line. He gains the zone, and he stops out McKinnon style. Shovels it back to the point. Works it up off the blue line there. Here's Moore. He's going to shovel it around. That's going to leak all the way down. Nice little play there. We got 50 seconds left to kill on this penalty kill. Here comes Pueblo. Stops out. Bailey circles back around to pick him up. Goes back by the big zebra. And hey, we're offsides, just barely. Oh, what else can I tell you about this place? I'm going to go back to that NHL Stadium Series. It says here, hundreds of workers, and I don't doubt it, they braved waves of snow around the clock for nearly 2 weeks, transformed the football field into a hockey rink. Wow, that's something. They put some artificial grass out there, and they had a 300-ton capacity mobile refrigeration unit on hand to get things done for that thing. It was something else. I was there with Colin that night. It was awesome being there. It's cold, no doubt, but it was a really cool event. And they've had these things around all over the country, and I got to say, I seriously doubt they'll do it again here, because I don't think the Air Force appreciated the amount of alcohol that was consumed that night by the Avalanche fans and others, and it was just pure chaos here. But anyway, it was very patriotic to see everything that happened, and I was told that the F-18 that they pushed onto the field through the tunnel, it barely fit by just inches going through the tunnel. All right, Caleb, he shut that down. Good little save there. Bradley's going to work this up on a solo effort through traffic. He's going to work it all the way down by himself. He circles back around, blows a tire, goes in the corner, and then he loses the handle. That's our player focus of the day. Luke Bradley, number 18. Nice little effort there. Trip, no call. Saw the zebra waving that off. That goes behind the keeper there. Goes right to the Pueblo player. He loses the handle. Bradley's still working it around. We're about, we got 9 minutes left in the first period. 9 minutes. Bradley shoves that up the boards and out. Good idea, but now he's got it again. Now that's Heskett, number 6. Tracy's going to shove that player to the boards. The amount of physicality has been reduced. Britton, good effort there. Extended stick. Slaps that around. Air number 2 shoves it down into the corner. Time says he shuts that off. Goes over to Britton. Here comes Saber. He's breaking out. He wants to pass. They missed him again. He's had some good opportunities. Britton's going to pull this up on his own. Of course, he's going to lose the handle again. Saber was waiting for a pass there. He's going to give chase down to the Pueblo player. Not able to connect with him. Saber's still giving chase. Sass shuts that off. He's looking for an outlet pass. Saber was breaking through the center. Saber's finding some pretty good ice tonight. He's got some open ice. They just got to, eyes up and hit him on a pass. Nice little pass to Sass. It's a nice shot off, but it goes off the left pillow of the keeper. Looking for an outlet pass. Saber's got it. He drops it back to Moore. He's going to tee it up. Goes through traffic right off the bar. Sass has got it again. He's looking for an outlet pass. Saber's over there on the wing. Pueblo player chips it out. Our boys are not able to connect down there again. And on the offensive end, Saber's lurching. Mid-rink. Gallagher's going to give chase. Here goes Moore. That's Bantow. That's our only goal scorer. Come on, Bantow. I want to see a hat trick. Black's there. There's Bantow. He tried to center it to Black, and now he does. Through traffic, we got a little bit of a breakout here. Here comes Bailey. He's going to try to work it through. Not able to do so. No rebound. Gallagher shoves it ahead. Gets picked up. There's our goal scorer. Bailey shoves it up into the chest of the keeper. Stopped. I haven't heard a whistle yet. I guess they did blow the whistle. It was stuck up in the keeper's jersey. I guess they were trying to figure out where the heck it went. Okay, we're back underway here. 6 minutes, 49 seconds on the clock. Goes to Black. He's going to shove it through traffic. That has not worked so far. All those shots, it's like ricocheted. Number 17 showing some speed. Tries to chip it around. Can't do it. 35 gets it. Shot. Caleb picks that up easy. Shoves it to the side. Centering pass doesn't work. Now a big shot goes into the glass behind the net. Zebra, get out of the way. Jeez, man. All right. Cross ice pass to a breaking Gallagher. He's going to work it up, and he's going to tee it up from there. And he goes for a line change. Out comes some players. We got Heskett. Looks like Helen. We got, Heskett, Helen. Here comes Bailey off the bench again. That's Lent. Time's giving chase. Heskett shoves it around to a waiting Helen. He's going to work it back, and then he's going to work it back up to Moore. Not able to get it out of the zone again. Now they do. Here comes Helen. Bounces around off of the stick. He's going to do a dump and chase move, and a couple of players run into each other. Pueblo's going to get it momentarily. Weird pass off of those boards over there. A bounce. Boys are just not able to muscle it in past that keeper. That keeper, he's played well on the Pueblo side so far. Arms up, icing is the call. It's going to come all the way down. Oh my gosh. Covered enough of the Air Force Academy. What else can we tell you about this? Saturday, I can tell you that, December 13th. Hopefully you're getting your presents all lined up for the Christmas tree. Got to get on that myself. Saber's pass is errant. It goes way down. No icing. Black's going to push that over to Bradley. Going to shove it up to Saber. Goes through his stick. Britton was getting picked up there by one of the Pueblo players. Bradley's not able to get it to Saber. Sass has got it. Saber comes over to help on find some open ice. He's finding some good ice. They're just not getting it to him. Nice little shot there by Bradley. Saber pushes it back to him, or tries to. Bradley has to wait to get out. Saber's got to evacuate the zone. There goes Sass chipping it around. Saber gets picked up there at the blue line. Then number 64, he's the one who spent all that time in the box. Saber gets it up to Sass and breaks it through. Loses the handle. Nice little pass by Saber though. That goes down to the corner. Black is going to defend on that one. Still trying to get a handle on it. Britton's there. Saber went for a line change. Nope, he's still out there. Shovels it around to the blue line. Pueblo player artfully keeps that in. High stick is the call. Hey, AC/DC. Gotta like that. One of my favorites. Oh, there was a penalty on Black. I did not see it. Zebras are going to get together and they're going to figure out what's going on. Looks like a chin wag's happening right there. Explanation time to the coaches. Black is in the box, his head's down. I thought it was a high stick. They're motioning that way, but I guess it got up into somebody's face. They're still talking about it. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see what they put on the board here. Yeah, high stick. Other coach gets an explanation. I'm going to go to my, he motioned cross-check, but that's not what he was motioning. That's not the call. Spearing? I don't know. Oh, boarding. Boarding is the call. 5-minute special. Boarding. Ouch. That hurts. Okay, well, we got to kill a 5-minute penalty here. It's bouncing around. Time's going to shove that out. We got 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes in this period, and 4.5 minutes on the penalty. Oh, that's a drag. That's going to go all the way down, just wide of the keeper. Mantal's going to get there first. I guess the Pueblo players don't want it. He's going to go down and get it. He's searching for that second goal. Easy pickup. That goes wide. Goes right back to the place it once was. Haley comes off the bench. Nice little move there by Pueblo. Still in the zone, barely. Sass is giving chase. Nice little stick lift there. Pick up by Caleb. He shoves that to the side. Pueblo has only been able to get shots, mostly from the blue line this whole game. They've not been able to get to anything closer. And that's fine by us. Here comes Pueblo with another shot from the blue line. That goes wide. Moore picks that up. He's going to work it ahead on a solo effort. Gets over the blue line. Loses the handle. 3.5 minutes left on the penalty kill. Pueblo is going to work that up over into the neutral zone. Easy pickup for Bradley. He shoves it all the way back. By the way, on the north end of the rink, there is a really nice new indoor track facility that's been getting worked on for almost a year. Really, really nice. They've got like a viewing area from the level that I'm standing on down. It's probably 2 stories down. But this is one of the most remarkable places. It's unbelievable. Nice little move there by Britton. He's looking for an outlet pass. Saber broke through the crease. Couldn't hit him. Rowe blows the tire and chasing back the other way. Britton's able to pick that up and shove it all the way down. That'll kill some time. Saber's going to give chase. Going to try to skate around and give some speed. Little play there to keep the harassment level up. And Saber's going to go get a break. 2 minutes left on the penalty. There goes Bantal. He just missed that pickup. A little speed there from number 2. Who is that? Nice little speed. Oh, now we're going to get a breakout here. Bantal's going to break out. And he's going to tee it up from there. Easy pickup for the keeper. Shove some snow in the guy's face. Usually you get some instant feedback if you do that, but he didn't. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're just tired. They do have a pretty short bench on the Pueblo side compared to LP. 46 seconds on the clock in the second period. 46. Okay, Van Tal wins that argument. Bradley's gonna shove that into the face mask of the Pueblo keeper. You know, the keepers didn't used to have face masks. I mean, nobody did. There were no helmets. That's like 50 years ago. So, I don't know what they did when that puck came sizzling in, hit him in the nose. I guess they went to the hospital. Explains a lot of lost teeth, probably as well. The dentist's dream, I guess. Anyway, now we do have helmets, and parents are thankful for that. Centering pass, easy pickup. Caleb shoves that out. We got 17 seconds left on the clock. Moore's gonna work it up and just tries to get it through to Van Tal. Killing the last few seconds on the clock here. Shoved to the center. Van Tal tried to get a rebound. Wasn't able to do so, and time leaks off the clock. That was kind of an unexciting second period. We would really like to see some more action going into the goal. That's what we need. Our boys are circling around. The doors are open. The Zamboni special is going to come out. We're going to get an ice cut, and hopefully our boys are going to get a talking to in the locker room so they can come out with some fresh legs and put some points on the board. That's what we need. One is not enough. We need some padding. I'd like to see 3 or 4 more up there. It'd be nice. All right, I'm going to take a break. Well, you take a break too. Go get a refreshment, hang out, go to the bathroom, do whatever you got to do, and come back in about 10 or 15 minutes for period number 3. All right, thanks everybody.
Shots in the period, Bruce Walker at 19, Pueblo at 6. Hayes, Fix, Sincere Financial, and Big Mission Auto, as well as our face-off limit sponsors, Andrews Hotel, Lakewood Fuel Center, Infinite Disposal, Sarah's Sausage, and O'Malley's. Please take note and support them as they support Bruce Walker Hockey.
Okay, I'm back with you now. Our boys are about to emerge from the locker room. I have not seen, I don't see the lights out front anymore for the fire department. So I'm not sure what happened with that kid. I didn't see the ambulance. You know, they had a stretcher that went down the elevator bank. I wasn't able to see what happened, but I hope that kid's okay. He's probably getting checked out still. Probably a higher level care. He went off pretty ginger. Okay, I want to shout out to the Zamboni driver. I did talk to him a few games ago. This guy has been around forever. I think 3 decades. And he'd seen all kinds of stuff here. It was interesting to talk to him. He's seen a lot of changes. And he was remarking about the changes that are underway here. There's a lot of construction on site here, and there has been for a couple of years. And now this place has been around for a while, so a lot of money is getting poured into this place. Always, 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 to keep the Air Force Academy tradition alive. And yeah, if you ever get a chance to come to Colorado Springs and Monument, you gotta come here. It is a sight to see. It's unbelievable, really. But it shows you the power of the United States, I tell you, when you have facilities like this, not only just here, but elsewhere. Speaking of elsewhere, the Army-Navy game happened today, and if you got that on TV, that was a really fun thing to watch to the end. The Navy beat Army by 1 point, and it was touch and go for the Navy squad. They were down pretty heavily, but they came back and they put enough points on the board to win, so they get bragging rights for 364 days, and they'll enjoy every single day of that. I know that's a big deal. But back to the matter at hand here. We've got the Zamboni finishing up its work, and we're going to be underway here in a second. Our boys need to improve with respect to putting points on the board. That's what wins games, and they've been suffering from that big time. And they have not been able to beat this keeper. This keeper's done well, keeping all the shots out, but they need to find a way to work it around, and that's true at every level. You see it especially at the top level, the NHL. If they do not use some sort of trickery, they are not going to get points on the board. They have to, passing is teamwork. It's tantamount. If they don't do it, they do not win at that level. It's extremely important. But it's important here too. I don't see any sight of zebras or teams or nothing. So we need a proof of life here. But 7:50 in the p.m. here in Monument, Colorado, USA. And that means the Avalanche are 20 minutes into their game with the Nashville Predators. So I think I'll be able to get out and get home and be able to watch at least a period and a half or two. We'll see. Here come the Zebras. We're going to get the nets mounted, and we will be underway here soon. I see some life from the other end of the arena too. Things are about to happen here. Speaking of things that have happened, let's see what happened on this day in history. Here we go. Here's an important one. 1577, Sir Francis Drake sailed from Plymouth, England. He rolled out with 5 ships, 164 people. Went around the world. That was something else then. Talk about something that was daring. Well, he did it in 1577. Let's see what else happened. Battle of Fredericksburg. That was fought during the Civil War in 1862. Nearly 200,000 combatants Robert E. Lee defeated Union forces that were under Burnside's control. That's something. 1972 Apollo 17, that was the last mission of the United States Apollo lunar landing program. That marked the 6th and final time humans landed on the moon. I think we're about to see a change of that here pretty soon, because they're going to use that as a slingshot moon base to get to Mars. That's going to be a staging area, but that's the last time people have been up there. To my knowledge, anyway. Taylor Swift, hey, how about that? Taylor Swift was born. She's having a birthday today. 1989. How about that? So there's some other things that happened, of course, but the game's underway, so we're going to get back to the game. All right, let's see if our boys can put some more points on the board. They're going north to south again, and we're underway. Pueblo's looking for a release. They're on the power play for another minute. Britain's going to shove that back down their throat. Saber's going to give chase. There's a pool of water down there and stop the puck cold. The Pueblo player was saying, hey, what's going on here? Yeah, there's a pool of water from the Zamboni. Sabres, nice harassment there. He almost got it. Wasn't able to pull it away. Britain's going to chip that up. Sabres going to go for a break. So is Britain. And here come the Pueblo squad. Our boys are doing a line change. They better get back out there. A skate around, not able to get through. A couple of players come together behind the net, but number 17 showing some spirit there. Shot goes just wide. Nice idea. 7 seconds left on the penalty kill. That was a long one too. 5-minute special. Looks like Rowe's going to come out of the box right now. Full strength. No, that was black. I'm sorry. That chips up into the glass. By the way, there's nets on either end of the rink here. There's nets on either end of the rink, but there's no nets on the side. So you do have to pay attention in here, or else you can wear a puck. And people do. At the college games, it's a higher level of speed and intensity. And I tell you, yeah, you got to mind your manners. You got to watch the game. You can't come in here and just get sauced. You got to watch what's going on. Sabres circling. That reminds me, there's another facility that's brand new, and that's why I forgot it, but it's brand new here in Colorado Springs. If you look up Colorado College, it's a liberal arts college, Midtown, and some benefactor there put in just an unbelievable stadium. I think he spent like $60 million to put that thing in. And that's a cool facility because it was built in a way to, I mean, you feel like you're sitting on the ice there. It's a real small facility and really fun, just posh every bit of the way. It's called Ed Robson Arena. That's the guy that wrote the check. So you can look that up, and we play there on occasion, and it's fun. That's a really nice place. All right, they're trying to get it up to Saber, who shoves it ahead to Bantow, slaps it out of the zone. Saber's able to do it. He gets it up to Gallagher, who's going to break out. He's going to go for the shot. Goes off the pad. Saber's trying to get a rebound. Wasn't able to slap that down. Good idea from Gallagher. Gallagher's going to go for a break here. Bradley shoves that over to that's our goal scorer right there. That leaks past Helen. Black's going to drop back and get it. And he stops, uses the 6th man to press it up back to the east side of the rink. Here comes Black the other way. Heskett's breaking into the zone. He's going to give chase, pick it up over there in the pool, the swimming pool still. That'll get iced over here in a second. Coolers need to do their thing. Heskett's looking for an outlet. Lent is there. He loses it for a second, but gets it back. Gonna work it all the way back. He relaxes over there. There's no pressure at all. Gosh, he's got all the time in the world. He rolls it back to Moore. He just shoots it off the glass. Zebra gets the touch. Oh, he almost gets hit. Watch out, Zebra. Moore's going to work that up through a couple of guys. Not going to be successful there too often, but he was there. They're offsides. They got to touch up. Works it up to Lent. When you pass it to somebody's skates, you're going to lose it. Shoves it up to Lent again, and back to, looks like Time's going to poke that over to Moore. Up to Sass. Britton's out there. Whenever I see Britain, I'm always looking for Sabre. They're a duo. There goes Britain. He's going to paddle it up. The arm is up, so that's going to be icing. They wave it off. Nope. The whistle. I got some headphones on, so I can't hear all the whistles. Icing is the call. 12 minutes and 51 seconds is the time left in this contest. We got Sass, we got Gallagher, number 19. Here comes Gallagher. He's going to push it down to the corner. Going to give chase. Works it over to Sass. Nice little idea there. Britain's too low. Hey, we got a score. Who put that in? Sass broke it behind the net, and he shoved it around, and somebody slapped it home, and it looks like it was Britain. He was right down front, and he picked up the rebound and threw it in. So we got 2 points on the board in the third period. All right, let's see some more of that. We'll take a trash goal. Rebounds are fun. They get the puck. Looks like it's a ceremonial thing. I don't know what the ceremony is about that one, but that puck's probably going to be handed to Britain after the game for some reason. I will try to figure out why that is. Shove, nice little shot there, but Caleb shut that down. Here comes Rowe the other way. He's looking for a shovel in to dump and chase action. Looks like they were just short of the red line, so they called it icing. Yeah, they're calling that pretty tight. Whatever. Don't they know I'm hungry? I want to watch the Avs. Stop working that whistle. Zebras give each other a high five. Okay, drop the puck, big man. We're underway here. Here comes Bradley. That's our focus player of the game. Lofts it out. He's got that move down. That's a pretty cool move, though. Kick it up and out. Wasn't able to get it all the way out, but that's a pretty sweet play. That chips off, so no icing this time. There goes Tracy. He's going to pick that thing up momentarily. Works it back to a Sabre that was breaking through. Heskett loses it. Goes over the line. They got to clear the zone. Bradley's going to go back and get his pass. Nice little Sam Girard move there. Works it up to Pueblo. Just looks like he's just standing there. Bradley's moving. It drops up. Sabre's clear on the other side of the ice. Pueblo goes the other way, and he's going to shoot low and miss him. Yeah. Can you hear me okay? Oh, good to see Jill. Jill's here in the box. She's saying hello. She's sitting on the other side. She came to say hi. All right, Sabre almost got a break out there. Couldn't get it by that Pueblo player. Sabre's still working up. See if they see him this time. Bradley's going to poke it through. Tries to work it through the 5-hole, and the keeper drops the pillow and says no. Good movement there by Bradley. Senior, our captain. Nice little play there. Used Sabre as a decoy, kept it in hand, and he worked it past through the crease down for a shot. Sabre stays out there. He's out there with Britton, Sass, Black, Time. Now he's going to go for a break. The line change there. I'll give you a time, and oh, I didn't notice, but there's a penalty. One of their players kind of snuck into the box there, and there's a 2-minute timer on him. So we're going to go on the power play. So I'm going to call out Fix, and our boys love Fix, F-Y-X. That's the spelling, but it's pronounced Fix. Fikes like Fix, or Fix like Fikes. I don't know. Anyway, Fix. Power Play is brought to you by Fix. It's a premier sports performance facility in Monument. Our boys go there to work out. They maximize athletes' potential through personalized training and their exclusive Combinex. Oh, I gotta look at this word. Combine Ticks Protocol. I have no idea what that is, but I'm sure it's awesome. So if you want to work out, go to Fix. That's one of our sponsors, one of the real ones. Black's going to come down. We've already lost 45 seconds while I was getting that announcement out. So back to the matter at hand. Black's going to shove it in on a dump and chase action. Bradley's out there, and he's going to, not Bradley, Bailey, the 2 Bs. Nice little play by Pueblo. The score is 2-0. I've been actioning things in the digital world. I'll learn how to do that. It's a skill that I need to go to school on yet. There's Bantow. He's going to pick it up. He's going to shove it in. Juicy rebound. Oh, my goodness. Rowe wasn't able to put that home. It was just bouncing around, waiting to get tapped in. There's Bantow. He's not able to pick it up. He's looking for his second goal. Circling around in the corner. Nice little move there. Drops it over to Rowe. He's going to work it back to Moore. He pokes it in the middle, right into the breadbasket of the keeper, and shuts it down. We've got, 20 seconds left on this power play. I do wonder what that guy went into the box for. I didn't see. Oh, that bench over there on Pueblo's side is pretty short. I want to tell you about Pueblo. Let me tell you a little bit about Pueblo here. Pueblo is just south of us, and I did find out from the last game when we played this squad that they have players that come in from Alamosa. You got to look that up on the map. Alamosa, oh my gosh, that's like 2 hours southwest of Pueblo, and that's where four of the players come in for practices and games and whatnot, and they're actually further up the trough now. So they're probably not going to get home until 1, 2 o'clock this morning, those guys. So Pueblo is 60 miles south. Bantow's going to go for a shot. He misses it just barely. We're at full strength hockey again. That gets shut down. Nice little save there. But back to Pueblo. They're home of the heroes. There's actually 4 Medal of Honor recipients from Pueblo. 4. William Crawford, Carl Sitter, Raymond Murphy, and Drew D. Dix. So they're known for that. Per capita, that's the most of any place in the country, just south of us here. Home of the Heroes is what it's called. There was a steel mill there in 1882. A lot of people worked there for a long time. Nice little shot there, gets shut down. There was a big flood that happened there in 1921. There was a microburst that happened about 10 miles west of Pueblo, and it just washed everything right down to Pueblo in a flash flood style. It was brutal. And Colorado State Fair actually happens there, not Denver, but Pueblo, and it's been there forever. Probably will be there forever. They get a lot of money that comes into the local economy. And then last little point here, you got to get a load of this. They got the world's longest mural. The Pueblo Levee Mural Project is a 3-mile long continuous mural along the Arkansas River. So another little interesting data point there. Okay, we're back to hockey. Enough about Pueblo. Sass is going to work it through the neutral zone. Little turnover there. The score is still 2-0. Moore's going to pick it up. He's going to work it past the 6th man there. Going a solo effort. Blasts by those 2 players. Still got it. Gains the neutral zone. And he's going to go for a shot. He shoots it right to the Pueblo keeper. Finally gets a handle of it. Pile up there right in front of him. A little bit of pushing and shoving, but nothing too angry. And 8:05 is the time on the clock, the official time, and we got 7:55 left in the period in this contest. Okay, our boys are setting up, and we're gonna get things under control. Face-off goes the Ranger way for a moment, but loses the handle. Now we're going to get a breakout. Number 2 is going to try to work it up and get a shot off, and he does. Caleb knocks that down. Juicy little rebound. Oh, very close. And that's going to get waved off. No icing, no icing. It's going to work down to the other end. Boys trying to get a handle of it. Hands up, that's icing all day long. Too much flavor on that puck. Okay, gonna get a line change. Fresh legs out there. Let's see what these guys can do together. We got Bailey, Black, Bantow, goal scorer. We got number 19, Number 19, he is swing player Newell. And Bailey gets that, and the thing shoved. He tries to go on a wraparound, couldn't reach it. Saber's there. Now he's going to try to get another shot off. It's bouncing around there in the front. Big pile up there right in the crease. Saber shovels that up into the bench. Stoppage of play. I don't think we're going to get a line change here. Pueblo is. Newell's going to take a break. Black's going to take a break. Out comes Moore. We got 7 minutes left on this clock here in the third period. Saber's trying to get it. Things work around to Bailey, who gets shoved into the backboards. Saber's there. Shove. Oh, nice little pass to Bantal. He gets his second one. Saber gets the assist. That was a really sweet setup. Bantal shoved that thing home. He puts his second digit on the board, but a really nice assist from Saber, who picked him up on the sight line, and Bantal shoved it home. Good stuff. That is what we're looking for right there. Excellent little play. Saber picked up the rebound, and Bantal slapped it home, and they're still congratulating each other. That was some really good stuff. More of that, please. Yes, I am elevated. Okay, we got a player out there. They got a lady out there on number 21. I'm going to call her out. That's awesome. You don't see that too often. I got to chase the roster that I just spilled on the ground. Number 21. That is Kinky Watada. Kinky, K-I-N-K-Y. Kinky Watada. So look for her. Number 21 over there on the far side. Moore's going to shove that back in. They call that for icing. As a two-line pass. Whenever something goes two lines, they call it. Let's see who comes off the bench. I want a third score. I want a fourth score. 3-0. Got 6 minutes left. I'm still elevated from that last little play there. Good stuff. Saber Bantal special. There we go. All right, we got Britton, Bradley, Sass, Black, and Gallagher. That Pueblo player wanted to pick it up and slap it home, but it just came at him a little too hot. Okay, neutral zone. We're going to spend some time in the neutral zone here. Go by the Trace 3 government sign. Up to a breaking Sass. He's going to get a breakout here. And he tries to shove it home. Couldn't get it through the 5-hole, but good idea. Nice save by the Pueblo keeper. I want to call him out too. Number 30. Number 30 is Clayton Trennan. Good job. Good job, Clayton. He's had a tough game. Okay. Number 76 picks it up. He's going to work it through the neutral zone. Saber comes off the bench. He gets tripped up. No call. Here comes Bailey, who works it over to Saber. He's going to work it down the left wing. He's going to go for a shot. Keeper was able to pick that up easy. Ref is motioning somehow, some way. Saber might get called for a penalty here. I don't know. No penalty. But he's having a chinwag with one of the lead zebras out there. I don't know what they're talking about. But anyways, nice shot from Saber. Clayton was able to pick that up, sight line, and shut it down. Saber was in the crease, wide open. Keep the zone, so Moore's going to just bury that back in. Boys touch up, so no offsides. Bailey's there. He's going to try to get it. Saber's breaking through the crease. Nobody's there to pass it to him. Saber's going to do a back check. Not able to catch up to it. It goes way down. Weird bounce off of the end boards there. They whistled it on a icing is the call. Okay, Saber's still out there. We got Bailey, Bantal, and Black, and we got Time on the defensive line. Haven't seen Clark in a few games. Wonder where he went. I hope he's okay. Also don't have Sharon again tonight. Not sure where he is. He was here with us last night. We enjoyed his presence. He showed some prowess down the left wing He came at us after football season where the PR squad went to the state championships last weekend. That was really fun. They got a hell of a football squad. Back in the zone, bouncing around. Saber goes for a line change. We got 4 minutes left in this contest. 3-0 is the score. The boys are giving chase. There's Bantow. 2 scores for Bantow tonight. He's having a stat night. Good stuff for Bantow. Black shoves that off to a Lent, who just slides it up. The keeper able to pick that up, ricochets up into the glass. There's Lent again. Nice little play. Black's going to do a dump and chase into the corner. Go for a line change. Out comes, looks like Bradley. Team Captain Bradley, our focused player of the game. Helen was shoving that player around and they called it offsides. The crowd doesn't like it. But that's the call. Hand is up. Boys are going over the boards. Bet our boys are pretty tired. I don't think I'd want to play 2 games, back-to-back games in a row. They don't even do that at the NHL level. Shot gets released into Caleb, and he picked that up. Good stuff. That was a bad pass. It went Pueblo's way, and they got a really good shot off. Got shut down, though. That's going to get shoved into the zone. It seems like nobody wants it. Okay, Bradley's going to pick that up. Going to work it ahead to Gallagher. Trying to get it ahead to Britton. Does so. Works it up, but Sass was way offsides. He's like, who, me? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he was offsides. Okay. 3 minutes. We're sub 3 minutes left. Britton's going to take the face off. It's going to bounce back to Sass, who pokes it over to Moore. Shoves it up to a break in Gallagher. There's Sass working it down the line. He's going to try to cram it home. Gets shut down, works it back to Time. He just works it around the boards. Gallagher picks it up. Trying to get it through the center. Nobody there. Oh my goodness, if that would have been a good moment. Number 64, that's the penalty guy. Here comes Moore the other way. It's going to be a 1-on-2. Britton's there, but nice little shot there. Goes up over the boards and touches the nets for a whistle. Britton's out there. He's been out there for a bit. Saber's rolling on back onto the ice. So we got Time, Moore, Britton, Bantow, Saber, and Black. Well, I'd like to see another goal before the end of the game. Let's do it. Saber back checks and gets that done. Shoves it over to Time. Nice little play there to get it out of the zone. Just out of the reach of Bantow. Saber's going to work that up, and he's going to hit a player on the boards over there by the bench. There goes Saber. He taps it to himself, and now he's going to break it down, and solo effort shot just gets rolled right into his glove. A couple of players are chin-wagging there. Not sure what happened. I saw the shot, and then I heard the thunk. 143. Let's get out of here with no more injuries. We had one first period with a broken collarbone. I don't want to see the ambulance again. Ambulances suck. Okay. Here we go. Pueblo gets it. Bradley's going to pick that one up. And he's going to try to, nice little move there with his shoulder. Bounces off a leg, so he's going to get a second helping there. Black is there to pick it up. Shoves it down the boards to a waiting Pueblo player, so back behind the net it goes. Back and forth action. This is like, the victory formation right now. And they do that with football. Things are kind of, looks like they're slowing down a little.
1 minute left in the period.
Okay, 1 minute left is the announcement on the loudspeaker. We got a couple of players that are face down here. Rowe is picking himself up. He was getting a view face down, the hands up. They're going to call that for icing. 45 seconds left. 45 seconds. Who's going to shut this thing down? Britton, Gallagher, Sass, Black, and number 27 is Moore. 27, by the way, is co-captain with Bradley. He's got the captain. No, he's got the assistant captain. Got an A on his shoulder. Hand is up. Why not have another 5 more icings before the end of the game? We got 38 seconds. We should be able to get that done. Let's be done with this one. 4 players from Alamosa that need to get home before, the second coming. Okay, here we go. Black shoves that around to Gallagher. Gonna work it up center ice. Bouncing around, nobody wants it. Moore says, I'll just push this down on the keeper. 20 seconds. No more icing, please. Let's not do that. Black's gonna get a shot off. It's gonna go just wide. But that had some sizzle on it. Rolling back around. Let's see if we can get another shot. 6 seconds left. Shoved in, and here we go. We're all done here. Players come belching off of the bench to Caleb, who's going to get the win tonight, and a shutout nonetheless. Good stuff. Good job, LP. Wanted more points on the board, but hey, 3-0, we'll take it. Pueblo, congratulations to that squad. They're going to go down another one. It's 1-5. LP's stats are going to increase 3-2-1. 3-2-1. It's like a countdown now, so easy to remember. But there goes the handshake center ice. I would tell you when the next game is if I knew, but I have no idea. So ask your family when the next game is and tune in. Would love to have you, and I appreciate you tuning in tonight. Saturday Night Lights. Second game in a row. One last night, one tonight. But congratulations to our Rangers. They're going to go home triumphant, and we're going to get home in time to watch the Avalanche crush the Nashville squad, which is what I'd like. All right, thanks again for joining us tonight. Really appreciate your time and attention, and we'll see you at the next one. Okay.